course, the twins leaked while I was on vacation. Thank you so much for letting me take last week off. Of course, the weekend that I am away from my computer and away from all civilization and do not have access to a microphone or anything to give you guys my reactions. Of course, the twins leaked, and of course, I had a lot of thoughts, I had a lot of opinions. I wanted to sit with the pictures of the leaks and really marinate with them because I wanted to make sure that when I released this video that my thoughts were all together. So if you have absolutely no idea what I'm talking about, there has been a lot of speculations and rumors that American Girl was going to release 1990s historical American Girl dolls. Now for me, that was always just a really weird stretch considering I find the 1990s to not be that long ago. I was born in 1999, and to me, just having a historical doll that is that close just sounds so... It makes me feel so old, but it really was kind of just like shell-shocking to find out that American Girl was planning to do this. And it was also kind of just weird to me, the idea of having quote-unquote twins in this kind of company where having duplicate dolls didn't really make sense to me on how they would execute that. But they did it. It happened. I am not mad at it. But the leaks of these girls came out over the weekend last week, and their whole collection has leaked at this point, and I don't necessarily want to go into their entire collection and give you guys my thoughts on that because that will be a separate video. After I see everything in person, after I have the dolls for some time, I want to be able to make that video and give you guys my thoughts on everything once I've touched everything in store on release day, because I will be there in New York on release day on the 22nd. I just wanted to give you guys my thoughts on the girls and what I think American Girl is doing and the rights and the wrongs that they're doing right now. So let's just get right into it. So the day of Kavi's release, I went into the American Girl store in New York, and I think that New York is the only store that previewed the twins. So I just want to address something because I did post this picture and it did get attention, but very, very quickly, I just want to say my little two-piece about this because I feel like it just needs to be said. Just because you crop this photo and post it to your own social media account does not mean that it is your photo. If you are resharing this photo or the cropped version of this photo, you should still give credit to the rightful owner and the person that took the photo. It does make me want to watermark my photos because I know you're not at the New York store at 9 a.m. taking the photo or taking your own version of the photo. So that's my little two-piece on that. Give credit for photos. Just because you crop it does not mean you're the rightful owner of that picture. So that's it. And I just wanted to say that really quickly before the twins release on the 22nd. But yes, this photo gave us our first indication that the twin theory was actually going to be happening and that February 22nd is the release date of these twin sisters. On the left, you can see Isabel, and on the right, you can see Nicki. Now, from these photos originally, you can kind of already tell that their vibes were very different. My initial reaction to them was that I was excited, and I immediately, just from their silhouettes, knew that they were going to be doing a really girly girl and then like a tomboy skater girl. And when the leaked photos last week came out, that theory came to fruition, and we can now confirm that Isabel is the girlier twin and then Nicki is the more tomboy, more skater boy kind of vibe with her. Now, I'm not going to be sharing the actual full-on stock images of the girls in this video specifically because since they haven't been released, there is still a very big chance that a lot of channels are about to be copyright striked because during Corinne's release, as we all know, leaks were circulating and we got pictures of Corinne, and then of course a bunch of age YouTubers got strikes, and I just do not want to play with Mattel or the entire American Girl brand whatsoever, and I do not want to give them a reason to copyright strike me. So first and foremost, I just want to address the names, Nicki and Isabel, and of course this is something that you knew I was gonna say, but why American Girl felt the need to create two historical characters with the exact same name of two of the previous Girl of the Years? I will never understand this decision and who on the marketing design team decided that they should reuse these names. There are hundreds, thousands, probably millions of other girl names that they could have possibly have used. I personally would have loved a Tiffany. I would have loved a Brittany. It really boggles my mind. I do not understand as to why they felt the need to reuse two American Girl names. And the design of Isabel altogether is already giving Isabel, and then to give her the exact same name as one of the past Girl of the Years, but just change around the way it's spelled, it does not make sense to me. And to me, this is something that infuriates me so much about these two dolls, is that now I have two Nickies in my collection and I now have two Isabels in my collection, and the OCD in me just cannot deal with that. Moving on from their names, when I heard that American Girl was going to be doing 1990s dolls, I thought that they were going to do like 1991, 1992, even 1994. But 1999 for these two girls is just cutting it so close to the 2000s. And now looking at the girls all together, it feels like American Girl wanted to do a 2000s doll, but felt it was too soon. Then even then, the 1990s also feels a little bit too soon. I feel like a lot of people kind of said the exact same thing. And for me, 1999, looking back at quote unquote historical events that happened in 1999, I feel like there was nothing really major to build off of. And for me personally, I would have rather appreciated like a 2000s doll, but again, that feels too soon because I feel like the 2000s, there was so much to be able to build off of. There were so many things happening in the world, but for me, 1999 just seemed like it was cutting it too close to the 2000s, and it felt like there was really nothing much to build off of. When the year that these girls were going to be touching upon was released, I even called my sister and my brother, because my sister was 9 in 1999 and my brother was 8 in 1999. And I wanted to ask them like, hey, when you were a kid, like what was the major event that was going on in 1999? And both of them told me the same thing, that apparently in 1999, the biggest thing that they can think of was the fact that people thought that at the turn of the century, like all computers were going to completely stop and that the world was gonna end, which sounds a little dramatic, and I don't know if American Girl would even cover that. I know that the girls come with like a computer. I literally remember being told that apparently like in 1999 people thought that the world was really about to end and that there was going to be some sort of apocalypse going on. So I don't know if American Girl is going to cover that, but apparently it was like a very big theory that that was what was going to happen in 1999 when the year turned over into the 2000s. I'm not happy that American Girl keeps doing these journals. I find it to be very lazy. Instead of releasing the really in-depth versions of the stories, I just recently reread Kavi's journal, and I find it to be such a waste of time because American Girl already has put out Kavi's first chapter of her actual book. And so for me, I'm just confused as to why they keep doing these journals as opposed to not just releasing the actual books that they're releasing at a later date. It doesn't make any sense to me, and I don't like these journals. It just seems like bullet points of their story. It's just giving picture book to me, and I just wish that they would stick to the way that they were doing it before. I remember at orientation for American Girl, they literally told us that at the end of the day, they are storytellers, and I feel like right now they're doing an injustice to the characters that they create by not giving their audience, aka us, full-fledged versions of their story immediately with the doll. Kind of curious if down the line they're going to continue to do this, but I hope that they do not. Now, let us move on to the actual way that these dolls look. First and foremost, let us start off with Isabel. So she is wearing a sweater on top of a button-down shirt that peeks underneath the sweater. From what I've heard, this is not a two separate piece top. I heard that this is all together one velcroed piece. You can't remove the sweater from the button down shirt, which is really upsetting to me because I find the button down shirt to be a really cute piece that I would want on its own, and the sweater same thing. So if this is something that is sewn together, I will be very upset by, and I wish that American Girl would make it two separate pieces. Her skirt is cute. Her whole aura is giving lavender, which I find very pretty. It's not super girly. It's not like hot pink, but it is still a very girly color. She has knee-high socks, and then she has some platformed Mary Jane shoes, which are very, very adorable. Both of the twins are Joss molds, which I'm very happy by. Isabel is the first time in a long time that we have had the Felicity eyes back in an American Girl doll's eyes. It was very jarring to see that they were reusing the Felicity eyes for Isabel. I was surprised that they didn't use the Be Forever eyes. I just feel like those were a better choice. They were bright, but they weren't as emerald green, exorcist eyes, the way that people compare them to being very demonic. So it was very surprising. Isabel herself has a Kavi length haircut. She has a middle part, basically Kavi's wig, but picture it blonde with blonde highlights. And then she has the feathered new eyebrows that American Girl is trying to make happen. These eyebrows make the dolls look a little aggressive in the face. I don't mind them, but I do wish that they would have picked a different eyebrow shape, maybe like the Leah arch eyebrows. I love those eyebrows. I wish that they would utilize it more, but I feel like those eyebrows do make the dolls look a little bit older, but I would rather they look older than look angry. Isabel, that's what she looks like. If you guys want to follow along, again, down in the description box below, I'll put what these girls look like. And then moving on to Nicki, she has 2 blonde pieces in the front of her hair. Her hair is brunette all over with the exception of the 2 blonde pieces in the front. And then she has blue eyes. She is also a Joss mold. And then her outfit is very skater. It is a t-shirt underneath a dress that has a star in the middle. It's like a dark navy blue, which I think is a perfect color. It is very grungy and skater boy, but it's just giving that like 90s feel to it with like a wraparound plaid shirt, which is really cute. And then she has little short socks with skater shoes. And this outfit altogether, between the two, I do like Nicki's more. I feel like we haven't seen American Girl do like a very tomboy doll before. And this doll with the 2 pieces of blonde in the front of her face, I think she looks really, really pretty. And I definitely, if I was only going to be getting one of these dolls, I definitely would be getting Nicki, but I'm very fortunate enough to be getting both of them on release day. So I definitely will be showing you guys what those dolls look like out of the box on release day and letting you guys know the quality and of course the little details of whether or not things are separate pieces or all together tied together. Now, like I said before, their accessories and all of the rest of their collection did leak. I am very excited. I didn't want to do an entire video of my honest thoughts on them until I physically had the dolls in my hands and until I could physically feel and look at everything in person before I gave you guys my final thoughts on everything. And most importantly, I want to make sure that these prices are matching what comes with these dolls and their sets. Because if I'm being honest, their beds look extremely basic and I'm hoping that it's just one bed and that they don't actually have 2 separate beds and that you can buy one singular bed and then the bedding options for either of them is separate. I would love that. I feel like that would just be better to have like a frame for a bed and you can buy that and then the bedding be something separate so that way you can pick and choose what bedding. And then if you don't even want to have the actual bed that it comes with, you can just buy the bedding and that would be just a million times better. They also have bedroom accessories, which are really, really cute. A desktop computer. It is really just a really cute collection and I'm really excited to see what the rest of their collection looks like. But as of right now, I can't really give an opinion on it because I haven't seen it in person. So I don't know what the value of things is going to be, the quality, any of that. But I can guarantee right now at the time of filming this video that I will be getting both dolls, both of their accessories, and then I will in person the day of the release at 9 a.m. on the 22nd of February, decide what I will be buying from their collection. At one point in time and space, I probably will be buying the entire collection. It's just a matter of what I will be getting on actual release day because I am going to be going to Chicago on March 11th. And I don't know what I'm buying from the American Girl store in New York. I may leave some things to buy in the Chicago store. So who knows? Yes, if you see me on the 22nd at the American Girl store in New York, definitely say hi to me. I will be getting the dolls bright and early when the store opens. So if you see me in line, say hi. I love nothing more than saying hi to you guys whenever I see you guys in store. And March 11th, I will be at the American Girl store in Chicago. So definitely check on my Instagram more details about that. But aside from that, yeah, those are my thoughts on the girls as of right now. I want to put this video out to let you guys know where I'm at in time and space before they release. But for the most part, that is that. You can look in the description box below for all of the details of what they look like, and that way you guys have visual depictions of what they look like as opposed to me just telling you guys. But again, copyright strikes are very scary and I do not want one on my channel again after the last one. So yes. All right, you guys, thank you guys so much for watching this video. My name is Chris. You guys can follow me on my Instagram, which is @thedollstudio by Chris. Make sure you guys subscribe to my channel, comment down below, let me know what you're most excited about from the collection of the twins, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye guys.